Well, everyone, welcome into our Scars and Spikes pre-match show. Sydney Tyler, Tommy with you. Actually, Tyler and Tommy not here just yet. Hopefully, they will be in very shortly. But Lady United take on in the 11th here in the U.S. Open Cup quarterfinals at Fifth Third Stadium, Kennesaw. A little cloudy right now. Just take a look at the weather. A little cloudy. Well, a lot cloudy, I should say. No rain right now. Looking to my right here, looks like some darker clouds are in the area. Don't know if those will materialize into thunderstorms. There was forecasted thunderstorms in the area, at least earlier, but we'll see what happens. And obviously, if thunderstorms do happen, there's Tommy. Obviously, if there are thunderstorms, what's going on, sir? Let's give everybody a weather report.
Oh, I had a friend that was a weatherman,
Oh yeah.
so I can judge you. So go ahead.
No,
Make sure you point to the sky, right, and show how the clouds are moving.
Well, yeah, let's do that. So you guys can kind of see. I'll take you with me. You guys can kind of see some cloud cover, a little dark to my right, and then some breaks of clouds here. But yeah, I'll just look at the radar, Tommy, and looks like for the most part, some of these thunderstorms will stay out of the way, and we should be able to get some soccer in on time. You excited?
Yeah, well, there's nothing like an Open Cup. Maybe it's a good sign. When I was in Columbus, was it the quarterfinals? I don't remember when they beat Columbus in there, but there was quite a few large rain delays during that game.
Yeah, I remember. I've told this story before on the show. I remember 2017, the first year Lady United were around, on that 3 hour rain delay, or 3 hour weather delay, I should say, that pushed things back against the Charleston Battery. Of course, they played, and then there's one year where they had to move the match from Charleston to Kennesaw because of water on the Charleston Battery Stadium. So
I remember seeing the pictures of that field. It was
terrible.
terrible.
Yeah, it was. It was really bad. So that got moved to Kennesaw. Was a closer match. I was there covering it, but yeah, looks like some rain, but looks like we'll get this one in. Lineups. Let's talk about these lineups, Tommy. The big news: Caleb Wiley. And before we start, by the way, Carlos Bocanegra is set to meet the media here in about a little over 10 minutes, and we'll give you coverage of that. Obviously, he's going to be talking about most recent transfers for Lady United, but we will. There's Doug right behind me.
Creeper.
No, but we'll keep you up to date on everything going on, any nuggets that come out of that. But yeah, the big news: Caleb Wiley starting for Atlanta United right before he heads off to the Olympics, and maybe his final match with Atlanta United. We'll see what happens with these rumors, these reports. So that's the big news. Nick Firmino starting up top, Wolf back in the lineup, Fortune starting at midfield as presumed. Ronald Hernandez on the right, Efrain Morales, part of that center back trio with Abraham and Gregerson, who's back in the lineup. Good to see him. Cohen, of course, in net. And Brooks Lennon gave the night off. Not in the team tonight. That is.
Yeah, not even there.
Really see. He normally plays like every match, essentially. But yeah, gave the night off. I'm sure he'll be out and about. Bregazan gave the night off, as is the case for these Open Cup matches. So I'm sure they'll be out and about in the stadium. But first impressions about this lineup?
I like it. You wanted to make sure that they took this seriously, right? And it looks like they are. You got to give some guys rest. And, Brooks last year didn't get a rest until, decision day? Last year?
Like
that was like his first rest. The guy's got to be able to get some rest here and there. I would have liked if he was available off the bench, towards the end. But, it's not a major deal. But, overall, you're doing what you need to do. You still obviously have a Montreal game where, we talked about this. Me and you talked about this yesterday, was that, this is your most likely chance at points, right? Even though it's on the road, your next couple games. You want to have a good performance. Rios needs a break. So I like it. And we said, how is Nick Firmino? how does he play into this? Because I'm hoping to call him. Oh, actually, the Brandon Vasquez U.S. Open Cup MVP award is back. Forgot about that.
Yeah,
But
please tell me about it.
Firmino's my guy. That I want to continue to have this because we didn't have the trophy for round one there. But I
Right,
think that if there's a guy that's going to win this tonight, it's going to be Nick Firmino.
Tyler, what you think?
I agree. I agree. Can y'all hear me, by the way? There's a bad
Yeah, we
echo.
can hear you. It's a little
Yeah, you got
bit
an echo.
echoey.
Are you in the hallway?
I,
It's in the
I'm in
cavern.
area, which is much better than the outside because they're blasting me. But no, I mean, I think I think it's good. I think this is about as balanced as you can possibly get, right? And still save something for the weekend. The weekend's going to be tough. I mean, this is a short turnaround, but it's a strong. You've got a good mixture of guys that need time and guys that have to have time to make sure this is going to be a um, competitive match.
So I'll ask you guys both. And Tommy, I know you said you didn't think Wiley would play today. Are you guys surprised to see Wiley in the lineup?
Eh, a little bit because what I said. This is a $10 million investment here. You might want to be a little bit safe with it, but
Yeah.
good for him that your last run out isn't that embarrassing 5-2 game that you had the other night, right? Like you get an opportunity for redemption here, get an opportunity to do it at home, right? And probably in front of a lot of his family. And it was interesting. Garth
Yeah.
Lagerway today on 92.9 actually brought up that this could be Caleb's last game,
Yeah.
as an Atlanta United player. And, maybe I'm wrong here, but it seems like usually when there's something that's, speculation, nobody touches that, right? Like they don't acknowledge it, nothing. He acknowledged it. He said it.
Right.
So I'm like, oh, this definitely seems like it's going to happen for sure. So,
Yeah.
hopefully they already signed the deal, right? Signed it with blood, and God forbid anything happens to him, we're going to be okay.
Yeah.
But I hope he does something special here. If we have to give the Brandon Vasquez award to Caleb Wiley on his last game as a Atlanta United player, so be
Right.
it.
Right. Um. Again, Carlos is meeting the media at 6:15, so we may cut it a little bit short today. Again, any nuggets that comes out of the press conference, I don't know if he'll necessarily confirm anything regarding Wiley, but anything comes out of that, we'll report it on Stars and Spikes. Let you guys know. But yeah, just kind of real quick. I know think we talked about predictions yesterday, but are you sticking with your prediction from yesterday based on the lineup you see?
Yeah, I think I said 2-0.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll stick with 2-0.
I
Wiley
said,
hat trick incoming. I would love
yeah,
that.
I love it too. um, I think I said 2-2, right? Or 3-2, right? Or 2-1. One of those.
I think you said 2-1,
Yeah, 2-1. Yeah, 2-1.
which
I'm
still
gonna
would be
stick with
good.
2-1. Yeah. Love to
Do you
see. I
real
would love to
quick?
see the real score.
I
But
know we got limited time left here, Sydney, and I know we've got our show tomorrow. But real quick, do you want to throw the player's name out that just got thrown out a couple hours ago about Atlanta United
yeah,
possibly jumping in on?
yeah, definitely. So we
I'm
can
sure
definitely
people want
bring
to hear
that
that
up.
real quick.
Yeah. So in case you guys haven't seen or need to be cut up, um, Lexi, got to make sure to pronounce his name like Lexi Moranchuk from
Thank you. I didn't
Atalanta.
want to say it. That's why
I could have
you're the guy that says the names right. I
I could
screw
have
them up
gotten
and
it
I'm going to get in
wrong.
trouble. So go ahead.
I could have gotten it wrong, but Alexei Moranchuk from Atalanta, according to reports, um, is essentially, or Atalanta are keen to sell Moranchuk to Atlanta United. Thanks. Um, so DC United look to be interested as well, but current reports Atlanta are looking to put up $11 million US for him. From the eye test, looks like a good move. Has had some success with Atlanta, I should say. World Cup veteran with Russia. averaging a goal contribution every 150 minutes between Atalanta and Torino and Serie A. I know, Rob, us three kind of joked about it earlier. Atleti United have never gone wrong when signing a player from Torino, whether former or current. You got to joke about that, but hopefully this has the same effect. I mean, what are your first impressions of what you saw?
My impression is they're not screwing around. They're not taking
Yeah.
their time, right? They want
Yeah.
to get this team, better as soon as possible. And you look at his stats and you look at his charts, and everything looks really good for him, right? And that's just step one, right? Obviously, improving the midfield is a big part of it. You're still gonna have to go out there and get a striker, but they're moving. They're moving quickly, and if you haven't had a chance, listen to Extra Time. I thought Tom Bogert talked a lot about the what Atlanta United was trying to do. They obviously have a certain amount allocated for both the midfield, replacing Almada and Yakimakis.
Yeah.
So they've got money aside here, and they want to spend it. 10 million. Maybe it's not as much as what I think some people wanted to, but if it's the right fit, it doesn't matter what it is, right?
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
if you underspend here, then you can go spend a little bit more on your striker.
Yeah. Absolutely. So yeah, something else to keep an eye on. We'll of course let you know when we hear more. We'll keep our ear to the ground and see what happens with this. But Alexei Moranchuk of Atalanta for me of Torino. Looks to be interest between him and Atlanta United. Again, we'll cut it short because Carlos Bocanegra is set to meet the media here in a couple of minutes. Of course, we'll give you the latest on Scarves and Spikes. But yeah, you all Spaces Tommy afterwards. So if you're listening, watching, join us on Spaces after the match, win, lose, or draw. Well, not draw, but win or lose. Love it for you. And yeah, we'll talk to you soon.
What are you going to ask him? You got a question? I know you got to run. What are you going to ask? What are you going to ask him?
I haven't thought about that. I'll think about it on the walk over to the area.
Ask him the last time he got his teeth whitened. His teeth always look so white.
I'll see what I can do.
All right, let me know.
All right,
See you,
everyone. Thanks for watching. See you soon.